I need to. What's going on?
Yes, the foundation we laid down was so strong, and it's just like,
Live and also on Stationhead, so make sure you guys tune in for the actual station first. R&B singer signed to the rock, my pretty. Let's go.
Somebody tried to call me, like they don't know I'm live. Like,
What's going on, world? Let me give Marysweetness, aka Sweetness, Stacks Radio. We came to make sure you throw back independent artists and it pays to be a listener. And you know we specialize in a good receipt. Today is Woe Wednesday. We're celebrating Tamika Diane Cottle Harris, aka Tiny. She's married to living legendary T.I., which we talked about on a different segment video talking about T.I. and the latest from his project. Now we're talking about his wife, Tiny, aka Tiny Harris, Tiny, whatever you want to call her, Tiny. We'll just call her Tiny for argument's sake. We'll just call her Tiny. All right, she just happens to be part of the Platinum Plus sensation Escape. She's a singer, she's a songwriter. We're going to talk about the pros and the cons of the latest from her project called What the F You Gonna Do? Okay. Now, I'm just absolutely loving Tiny. I didn't want to wait till Cancer season, even though she's a Cancer like me. I didn't want to wait all the way until Cancer season, so I wanted to talk about Miss Tiny today. Okay, I wanted to talk about the pros and the cons of What the F You Gonna Do? All right. But before we get there to the video, now the video and the song, they go cohesively, like I always, always talk about the video, of course. But I wanted to talk about a little bit about Miss Tiny Harris and her backstory. Now, she has been a singer-songwriter, and of course, she's from Atlanta. And they say word on the curb is that she didn't start making real bank until she co-wrote the song No Scrubs with her other Escape member, Candy. Once they wrote that song Scrubs, oh honey, that's when the big checks started rolling in. Word on the curb, that's what the word on the curb says, okay? Now back to the video, What the F You Gonna Do? Now the song is 9 years old, but it's the latest from Tiny because she's been so busy being a boss chick and holding her man down that she hasn't really had a solo song since then. She's also been writing for, of course, the TLCs of the world and, of course, the OMG girls, which is her daughter is in that group, was in the group. I don't know what happened to the OG girls, OMG girls. If you guys know exactly what happened to them, please post in the comments. One of the group members is Tiny and T.I.'s daughter, Zane. Yeah, so we want to know what happened to the group. So yeah, so I'm loving the visual part of the Escape. Well, no, Tiny, yeah. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm loving the visual. What the F you gonna do? It starts off looking in the city of Atlanta. It's going into Tiny's mansion, aka mansion. Okay, Tiny is laying down. She has her hand across her man. Then he happens to disappear. Now the guy kind of looks like T.I. Now, I wouldn't be surprised because I know she wrote a lot of songs with her husband as being her muse, because at one point her and T.I. were not together. They were on the verge of being divorced, but thank God they have made it work and they've been together for 14 years plus. Okay, but yeah, back to the video and the visual. Yeah, so the visual, I'm loving the visual. At one point she's singing. One point, of course she's singing. At one point she's like talking to her homegirls. She looks like she has a glass of wine in her hand. She's talking about the problems with her bae, and her girls is listening. And then one scene she's on the balcony talking, looking at the city. She has her hair up, and in the next scene she has her head to the side. Like I'm loving the different segments of the visual. Okay, and then at the last segment of the visual, she looks like she's going to see her bae in prison, and they're talking via across the phone from each other. Now, word on the curb is that T.I. and Tiny were together since before T.I. was discovered. So she always was holding him down even when nobody knew who he was. So his loyalty is to his babe, and I can understand and I can respect that. And I've heard stories about her holding him down even before he was who he was and why he was incarcerated before and after he got famous. So shout out to T.I. and shout out to Tiny and shout out to both of them. Okay, we are here for their love. I'm no shade to their relationship. I really like them together, and that's no shade. So back to why we're here. No, I'm skipping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love the song. I love the range. What the F you gonna do? I love the hook. I think it's a catchy hook. Even if it's covering up a bad word, I love the hook. I love the simple fact that Tiny has a range. Now, everybody knows Tiny can sing. Now, if you want to be a part of Escape, you better have a voice. And then all the girls have a voice. And I felt like Tiny was the most, out of all of the Escapes, she was the most slept on with her talent because Tiny could sing her butt off. Like, I think that she was the most, not that she's not less than, but I think she was the most slept on as far as vocals because all the albums that you heard with Escape, Tiny had like a little to no not of a solo part. You know what I mean? Even at that one song, if you want to, yeah. But other than that, she didn't really have a lot of parts like her other counterparts on Escape. And they all could sing, including Tiny. She's rangeful and she could sing and she could write. But I'm loving the song. It's a 10 around the board. I like the fact that it was a storyline and it was a message in the song and in the visual. And of course, the signature, what you gonna do, is catchy. Okay, I like that. So they get a 10 all the way around the board. Now, while we're here, okay, so word on the curb is that Tiny and T.I. were somewheres, and T.I. was having some issues with his phone, and this is what Tiny said. She was having some issues. T.I. was having some issues with his phone, and he asked his wife for assistance, as he should, and he ended up showing the turnaround of the face of the phone, and of course she had no face on. Now, first of all, I'm going to need you to stop doing that, because half of y'all faves that ain't got no makeup, woo, they need makeup, okay? And that's all the shade, all right? So kudos for little Tiny for clearing that up. Like, listen, my babe was not trying to play me. It was one of the bloggers that we were not say on this show that ended up posting it out to the world, which they was trying to embarrass her, which they shouldn't have did. Okay, so the second word on the curb is that T.I. and Tiny have an ongoing lawsuit from someone that they met a while back. That word on the curb is that, according to T.I., this lady has been trying to bait them for a long time, and it's just a money grab. Now, the person that is trying to bait them, not only do they have a relationship with T.I. and Tiny, allegedly, she's saying that T.I., I don't know if I can say this on YouTube streets, but T.I.'s big toe shouldn't have been a place where a big toe should go. All right? But that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm saying. For the full receipt, you got to go to Stationhead. You got to Stationhead.live / Marysweetness is in the bio. The link is in the bio. That's all we're going to give you for the full receipt. Okay? Oh, yeah, I'm done with this. We want to know, are you feeling the latest from Miss Tiny? Do you think she's the most slept on of the Escape branch? Do you like her and T.I. together? Do you believe the allegations? We want to know in the comments. Do you like Tiny's music? Is it a bop? Is it a flop? You don't even care. We want to know in the comments. Anyway, I'm done with this. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We are at 1,175 subscribers on YouTube, and we just want to say thank you so much for subscribing. We are on our way to 2,000 plus subscribers, so keep liking, keep sharing. We really enjoy you, and it'll help us in the algorithm, and also you qualify for that coin. So we have linked up with Chime for our cash bag to get $100 on us. Our link is in the bio. If you want to get paid a couple of days in advance, Chime is for you, especially before holidays. If you are short of some money, Chime has something called Spot Me, and they also help with reporting to the Better Business Bureaus, and that's our Fact Jack. I'm gonna do a separate video with the card and the credit card, so you guys know that I am Chime certified. I am for real. So I'm gonna next video. I promise you, I will show you the card and the credit card that they have. Anyway, I'm done with this. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and also check us out on our social medias: www.facebook.com/Marysweetness 772 on the Sex Radio Group, and Instagram Miss Albie Sweet, and also TikTok Marysweetness 64. We will see you on the show, and we have an up and coming movers and shakers, so make sure you stick around. We'll see you guys on the show, and remember that the best is yet to come. And if I can leave you some encouraging words, remember that the best is yet to come. I love you guys. We'll see you on the show.